Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for Monday Night Football. Today, the 11th of December. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough. And gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. And in the case of yesterday or whenever this last showdown was, it was everybody. Everybody won it. It was chopping a million ways for the NBA tournament showdown finale. You know, I love that. No, I didn't pay attention once I saw it chopped 24 ways. Utica was in on the chop. So, okay, it was a lineup we all should have, I guess, known. There's definitely something to having not just 150 under fives, but covering the five most likely heavily duped lineups just to get your fees back, right? So I think Utica plays that strategy a little bit. But not me. I don't want that. I'll take the big wins, and I want to have as many of the big wins as I can. Speaking of, I don't really have anything to say about football slates on Sunday, so that's why I didn't say anything this week. Like, what do you need to hear me say the same stuff I say every week? You can come in the Discord for my one or two takes, but I didn't have enough to really make a show out of it. And yeah, so that's what brings us to this weird Monday slate. Once again, apparently this is due to Amazon's scheduling. They are trying different things with multiple games on Mondays because maybe, unlike every other sport in the world, staggered start times isn't what we want. I guess everybody has two screens and two eyes, so boop, pop them one on each screen. I like football, but I want more football if I'm going to get more football. This gives me zero more football in the same amount of time. What am I going to? Oh, it's just mind-boggling. Do it the way every other sport does it. Stagger it by at least one half. And if you're not going to stagger it by a half, stagger it by a whole game. Those are your two options. This is not one of the options. So anyway, I continue to be very unimpressed with artificial intelligence at reinventing every wheel. That's what we're going to have to go into next. We're going to get all these weird shapes of wheels that aren't circles. They're going to be like, this octagon rolls pretty good once you get it going. Once you get it going. Anyway, I'll stop ridiculously getting mad at stuff. I do have one thing to say about today's slate, which is play Tyjae Spears. Play like 50% Tyjae Spears, win the games. I mean, it's going to happen eventually. This guy is getting all of this. I mean, he's getting as many snaps as Derrick Henry. Still, he still is getting. Let's look at these snap counts and points. Now, I know Derrick Henry is a special talent, but I also have seen some of these runs he's getting, and to an extent, dude's just blasting through wide open holes, and it's like a coin flip if it's going to be him or if it's going to be Tyjae. And so sometimes it's going to be Tyjae. I see that he's touching the ball less. I get it. But this is an unsustainable difference in points per 100 snaps. Derrick Henry is not twice as good as Tyjae Spears at this point in his career. You can't convince me that these numbers don't show me a man who's running extremely hot on touchdown variance. Didn't Derrick Henry score like 3 touchdowns 1 week ago? I just don't think it's sustainable for a man who is in a 50-50 split. He's getting so lucky with touchdowns. Eventually, Tyjae is going to have to get there. And if it's when he's 8%, 9% owned on a two-gamer, that's about the most value you're ever going to get off of that play. So I'm going to max play that play. So I have a max one of Tyjae Spears or Derrick Henry, and I just don't think I want to give Derrick Henry. I mean, okay, it's inappropriate to project him for less than AJ Dillon. So you know what though? So it's also about game scripts. The reason I'm going to leave Derrick Henry out is because number one, he's 33% owned. Do I think there's a 33% chance that Tennessee is in the driver's seat early in this game against Miami? That's the circumstance where Derrick Henry smashes. No, I don't think there's a third chance. I think it's like a 10th, a 20th, 5% chance maybe that they get up early and are able to jam it down their throats. I don't see it happening. I think we're going to play from behind. We're going to have a lot of guys out of the shotgun, some Derrick Henry out of the shotgun, sure, but most of those packages are for Tyjae Spears. So I think we're going to see a lot of that. And then coin flip for Miami as well. So for Miami, I have the rule max one Miami RB, which I guess I should confirm includes the two guys I want it to include. Also Alec Ingold, who is on the slate. Yeah, leave a lot of guys in, obviously. Like, it's a 2-game slate. I made 150 lineups here. So far, it's only chosen 2 quarterbacks. I don't 97% to it. Well, I probably would not go there. 65% maybe, something like that. And then let's see where it sprinkles the other guys. Yep, some of everybody. I think some of everybody's appropriate if you're doing 150 for sure. Yeah, that's just the odds are more than 1% that any one of these teams smashes. You still have to play a fair amount of AJ Dillon. I know that he's bad. I don't want to be overweight on AJ Dillon, but like I do want to cover the 50% odds that while leading this game, he falls into the end zone a couple of times. So yeah, Mostert, Tyjae Spears, AJ Dillon. Those are your running back choices. You know, I'm saying all of the running backs basically, right? But you saw my one weird play for the slate. I think that's basically it. Do I have a weird tight end? Nope. Everybody else is in play. Everybody else on the entire slate is in play. My only call is biasing the running backs and adding a fork. And since that's like my whole thing and what I think is absolutely the best to do, I thought, hey, let me bring it to your attention. So remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. And might as well be us on a weird two-gamer. Hopefully it's like $1 million or something, but I don't think so. All right. Good luck, guys.